'twas the night before Christmas, and all through the palace Grand Duke Perquet is lurking with malice. Queen Twish in a flutter, really a wreck, how to decide which gift is correct. Her footmen resent being called her elves. Hired help they prefer calling themselves. And labor conditions at the Nutter Castle make all that they do such a royal hassle. Or unicorns vanished, claiming fake antlers have no propriety, while the ladies in waiting stretch the bounds of sobriety. Queen Twish herself has made it abundantly clear that Baroness Melody is not to be used as a reindeer. So Irene K43, Princess Bugs and Rug, and Nancy Lee have been tied up to the sled ready to take the lead. The runners have been removed from the royal sleigh. Their ruts were deemed dangerous by Princess Moomay. The royal subjects soon called for the cops when they heard the sled noises on their rooftops. Queen Twish in a white beard had Muggle Sam quite frightened. Then Pipley called her red fur-trimmed suit most unenlightened. And to show you the strangeness of life's ebbs and flows, Rudolph is suing Riddle Spider for unauthorized use of his nose. As for Royal Guard Tampon, not out on his patrols, he says he refuses to guard while in red hose. Now the Queen's been deserted by Penny Lane, the royal midwife, who decided after attending to Tube Skank she'd had enough of this life. So she joined a self-help group, packed and left in a whiz, then demanded to take the title from Lady This Is Liz. And the gifts Queen Twish never had a notion that making her choices could cause such commotion. The royal groundskeeper Papa Limp, not at all happy with his gift, the garden weed wimp. And the royal chaperone Biker Mom 69 was none too pleased to receive a clothesline. The royal beer wench Heidi said complained that her gift poured flat, not enough head. And royal OCD caretaker, Blue Clouds for Me, was confused by her perfume gift, Eau de Messi. And let's not forget Nutter Katie Blogg, who as a vegetarian couldn't understand why a dressed hog. And as for the oh-so-royal smart-ass Lola Nose, she disliked her granny shawl, saying back to the store it goes. At my own castle keep I heard on the roofs the prancing and pawing of the princess's hoofs. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney Queen Twish came with a bound. She was dressed all in fur from her head to her foot, and her crown was all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of gifts she had flung on her back, and she looked like a peddler just opening her pack. Her eyes, how they twinkled, her dimples all merry, her cheeks were like roses, too much brandy or sherry. Her droll little mouth was drawn up in a sneer when she saw I had a bottle of brandy here. The stump of a pipe she held tight in her teeth, and the smoke filled my room, which then started to reek. Her royal robes looked such a sight, nearly all frumpy, and there was something inside that bag that was lumpy. I wondered if it were a footman or a jolly old elf. And I laughed when I thought that, in spite of myself. A wink of her eye and a twist of her crowned head soon gave me to know my thought of staying hidden was dead. But she spoke not a word, but went straight to her work, drinking all of my brandy. Then she turned with a jerk, and laying a hand to cover her mouth, gave a few hiccups on her way out. As she teetered out the door, I noted she'd left no gift for me on the floor. She sprang to her sleigh, to the princesses gave a whistle, as Princess Batatackley worked to free the reins with a chisel. But I heard her exclaim, as she weaved and she swayed, "Happy Christmas to all nutters! Now more brandy! Where's my valet?"